This video's made for adult collectors because big yellow robot cheetah lady thing.
Poor Thundercracker is going to be used as a sacrificial lamb to just take beatings from this thing whenever I pose it. Literally just because he was on the desk at the time. You'll be okay, don't worry.
I've messed with Whoa. Right off the bat, I've already messed it up. I've messed with a few figures from Metal I'm missing words. I can't read. I've messed with a few figures from the Metal Cardbot line in the past, and while they've been a bit limited in terms of stability and articulation, I still like them a lot, but I was not ready for this. After seeing some people in Asia get their hands on this figure and seeing it posed out, I needed one of these in my life, and eBay, not sponsored, came to the rescue because now I have this, and damn, this is probably the best Korean transforming figure I've ever purchased or messed with. Granted, there are still loads of other ones I want to try, but this is just so good. Talki, I think I'm pronouncing that right. That's the pronunciation on the wiki, so I'm just gonna follow that. But Talki here basically fixes the main complaint I had with Cardbots. The articulation, thigh swivels, ankle tilts, ankle swivels, wrist ball joints, arcing back, waist joint, double knees. Like, there's literally so much going on here. She can be super expressive. And the cheetah design, I dig. She's fast from what I understand, so they gave the figure a powerful lower body and like a tracksuit design. My favorite aspect of that tracksuit slash workout motif are the Adidas shoes. I think that's funny. The colors, they are so lovely, and the way they do them, I really like. It's mostly parts that they use for the color separation. Yeah, there's still some paint on here, but a vast majority of the color breakup you're seeing is just different pieces. So it just makes everything feel a lot cleaner. She does have quite the backpack, but she still seems to stand pretty well for the most part. Granted, in some poses, she can have a hard time standing because her feet are small due to the lack of like heel spurs because it's just she's wearing shoes. There is a tail at the back that is ball jointed at the base and then has a joint in the middle, and given how this transforms, I get why there's only 2 segments of articulation, but I do wish there was a little bit more. I really like the head sculpt. The way the cheetah mask is done makes it look like she's wearing a baseball cap, and the face paint looks very lush. Plastic feels pretty good. It's still that glossy feel that I'm not a huge fan of. Like, it feels borderline like a knockoff from Dollarama in that regard, but the actual density of the plastic feels fine. Nothing feels like it's actually gonna break. It's just a surface level thing that I think is a bit weird. She's also tall in this mode too, coming in at like modern leader height. She damn well come in at that height, which cost me more than that, so I'd hope so. But this isn't all you get with this figure. You get this rectangle thing. That's the metal card, even though it's not made of metal. It kind of doesn't like being removed from the brick. The tab on the black part seems to grip just a bit too well, but once you're removing it, you have all of this stuff. So as you can guess, all of this goes on to, well, not that, but all of this goes on to this, and that's how she comes packaged out of the box, which, yes, I actually have the box this time. I never get the boxes from Metal Cardbots because I ordered these off of AliExpress, and they don't come with packaging. You take these 2 bits here and you split them in half, and then you want to flip out this black section here, pull this down, and then just bring this out and around and open that up, and that's your little cheetah leg things that we're going to attach to her legs. So you want to take the figure, you want to take the feet, and you want to make sure they're completely straight and then point them down 2 clicks. Ugh. You take this and you stick that over the lower calf section, and then you plug this part into the front of the foot, close that up, and that is one of the legs. You can kind of simulate a bit more of an ankle tilt if you want, but then you just start unpegging it from the foot. But there's that. And then you're probably wondering, but she looks weird in the upper body because this is extended and this is not. You take these, and, okay, that one's actually stuck on quite well. You take these and you pull them off, you fold down the paws, and then you just plug these in here. They will tab into the arm. There's a tab right there, and they will clip over this little orange piece. Fold the mask down. It's for like battle bumblebee mode, I guess. And there you go. That's cool. That's sick. And look, now she's old leader height, which is enormous. You do lose like the range in the ankles, as I mentioned, with these parts and like the giant toe thing, but you do get a toe joint, though the claws are pretty sharp, so please be careful. And the boxing paws are cool too, though I wish there was a bit more addition to the upper body here. But again, the lower body on a character that runs fast being larger than the upper body does make sense. Battle mask all Bumblebee-like, though it is still really cool how like you fold that down and then you fold it up and the black lines match where they're supposed to go. I really wish more Cardbots did the battle mask thing. Back to the base robot though. It's done so well. The articulation, as I alluded to earlier, is insane for something like this. Like on the design studio's website, you scroll through the product portfolio they have and you see block after block after block, and then Talki just shows up in the middle as something sweet and nimble, and damn, please make more figures in this similar vein. Super posable, interesting proportions, like that would be awesome. Okay, there's quite the amount going on this thing. There's a couple things that I still wish were a tiny bit better.
but like for what I'm used to with metal cardbots, this is an insane step up. So the head's on a ball joint, but the ball joint goes into the neck, not into the head. So you get your like rotation and stuff, and you get a little bit of up and quite a bit down. That's more for transformation, but not a lot of tilt. You get a little bit, and I feel like if the ball joint was going into the head, you probably would have gotten a little bit more range. So I kind of wish that was a thing, but otherwise the head articulation is pretty fine. These shoulders, they can ratchet. They can do a full 360. The backpack does get in the way, but they can go around. You can take these off if you want the backpack to be slimmer, and then you can get your full 360 without the backpack getting in the way. They can go out that far as well. You have bicep rotation, single jointed elbow that bends just a little bit more than 90 degrees, and then wrist ball joints. They can pretty much do like whatever you want. So she does have a waist joint, which is it's soft detented, but you know, it's a waist joint. The backpack does not get in the way of that. It does, however, get in the way of the ab crunch. Because yes, there is an ab crunch, sort of. It's a transformation hinge, but if you move the backpack up, you can then pop this back to give her an arcing back if you want to get like some, I don't know, Matrix style poses or something. There's no real new detail exposed. The stripe just kind of continues up into the torso because you can see it here. But there is that. There's no crunch forward, which is one thing I really do wish this had, was a forward crunch, but it is a metal cardbot. The hips, they can ratchet forward that far. They can go back that far. They can go out. They can't do a full splits because these thigh armor pieces do bump into the hips. And then when you have the leg out like this, the thigh swivel can kind of get hindered just a tiny bit because of these little tabs for transformation. But ratcheted thigh swivel, very nice. She does have a double jointed knee that bends all the way, which is great. And the knee pads can move too. So if you want to like flare them out a bit, you can do that. But I kind of just like leaving them to be uniform. And then the ankles, they can go down, they can go up. You get ankle rotation and a pivot. I do wish it could pivot the other way. Like there's a stopper here because of sculpt, but I really wish it could go the other way because then you could get her on one foot very easily. That's like that. I think drop down hips and an ab crunch would make this thing just perfect. But again, it is a metal cardbot. Articulation, at least from my experience, usually isn't like the forefront, but on this, it is. Tail has a ball joint and a segment here that's really loose on my copy and does not like holding itself up.
I really like this robot mode a lot. It does almost everything I'd want from something like this. Oh, mine I think is missing a piece out of the box too. This back yellow panel is just gone, but it's so inconsequential that I don't care other than it's funny. Transformation is a little bit more involved than your normal metal cardbot, which is a lot of fun.
So with characters like Black Hook and Blast Train and Gigantrix and all that, they're simple, right? Like Blast Train a little bit more complicated because he's massive and he splits up, but like they're really big chunks that move around, and that's the same to be said for this, but there's a lot of little intricacies on this as well that's very, very cool, and I really do like. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll work on the legs. So take the tail, bring it down and around and fold it up like this so that it's in between the legs. Then you want to take the legs and you want to rotate them so that they are fully stock straight, and they're going to peg into the tail. There are two pegs here and here that are going to go into slots, while this clip is going to go into the other thigh. And that is a super secure connection that locks everything into place. I really like that. Then you want to take the feet, you want to bring them down, and you want to rotate them 90 degrees out so that they're like this. And we're going to flip the figure around. We're going to open these panels up, and we're going to bring out these side sections here and here, and then fold this up like that. We'll get the backpack out of the way just to bring the legs up. They don't clip into place, but they do sort of find their own footing and sit into place. Then you bring these together, close these panels up, and then slide the spoilers back, and they will click into place on both sides. This one's not as easy as the other side. There it is. And that's the lower body basically done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come back here and we're going to open this panel up, and you're going to bring the backpack up. You want to fold the head forward while bringing the arcing back, and then you bring this up. But before you do that, this is the one thing I don't like. You have to take these off. And I know you have to take these off because of the armor, like that makes sense, but I kind of wish they were on like a double hinge sort of assembly to bring them out and open like this, and then you could pull them off. That would have been nice, but you take that, you fold this up, fold this forward like so. Then you want to bring this entire assembly here, bring it back, and it's going to clip in back here. Then you take this piece and you shove it forward like so. Bring the arms around. They're going to come to the side here and just sort of sit like that. Then you rotate the fists 90 degrees so that they're flush. So the yellow is facing forward, the yellow that could probably have used an extra coat. And that's the main body done. Now you want to take these pieces here and you want to fold the paw forward a little bit just so that the door can clear it. And you bring the door out. So we'll do that again here. Fold this out, bring the door out. And then these just go right back onto where they were before, but they're going to peg into here. They're going to peg into all the stuff at the back here and into the toe piece where the armor fits in robot mode, and the tab here as well. So there's a lot of tabs you have to line up, which you'd think would be annoying, but like, there you go. It's all together. It's super easy. It's sort of, all the tabs find their own spots except for the foot one you have to kind of force in, but not like force in the sense of you're gonna break it. Force it in the sense of like, you just have to help it find its place and it clips in. And that is car mode.
I really dig this car mode a lot. Kind of got like a Maserati sort of front grille a bit. I don't know what else is going through this in terms of cars, but that's the only thing I recognize. But it looks just the right amount of busy and smooth. I really like how the arms integrate into the front end. Kind of makes me wish they had like some sort of flip out weapon in them, but nah. The eyes don't actually bug me here on this figure. And I also like how she has the cheetah eyes right above that. The back of the car though, I think is my favorite part, with the vents and the bits of orange and the tail lights. There is texturing under the taillights and the headlights too, which is very, very cool. Oh, and the black stripe that continues from the hood scoop all the way down to the side of the car. I kind of wish it kept going on the doors, but it is still nice. The brick of stuff doesn't have anywhere to peg in on this mode, which is a bit of a shame, but like all the other metal Cardbots do the same thing. Oh, and the roof of mine came a bit scuffed out of the box, which is a little bit annoying. This thing does roll so well though, and it's the first metal Cardbot I've had that doesn't squeak when I roll it. It's just such a nice figure. I do wish it was easier to get in North America. I just punched my desk by accident. Ow. Who knows? It might get imported over eventually, but this thing is so cool. I say if you want one, track it down like now. Again, I got this on eBay for an okay price, but I do definitely recommend this figure. Even if you aren't super into metal Cardbots, this thing is just a really fun robot toy that poses so well. I love it. But that's my look at metal Cardbots Tachy. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.